I told my sister one time, you know the story about me telling her to just count to 10 and whatever it is will stop. She knew, I knew that people were going to come to get me. They were going to come and possibly hurt us. But that help was on the way. There would be help. I was not alone. And I had people. Others, I think I might have called them. Like I said, even I had 9 races, and I told her that people were looking for me or us, I think. I don't know if this actually happened, or if, like I said, they drugged me a lot, and played with my mind and my memories and all kinds of stuff. It was pretty rough. I know it looks like it wasn't, and maybe it wasn't because somebody fixed it. My childhood, the first time, was really, really bad. When they first took me. When Rodney or whoever had me, it was that bad. If it had any semblance of a normal childhood, it's because somebody from the future cared, or someone cared, enough to stabilize and make my life somewhat normal. Like I said, the fact that I don't have a bullet in my head, or dead, or poisoned, or cut apart, or blind, is a miracle. They promised me all those things. They said that's what they would do if I ever opened my mouth or said anything. Of course they threatened me. I was the creator of flight and democracy and the American government, as well as other governments, the voting system. They wanted to keep that all a secret. The leader of technology. Like I said, I had elevated many other races. 9 of them at least, or more. And they needed me to never remember that or never speak it, never say it. Somebody would know. The fact that I know that there's time ships out there, and in fact I know I was on one. The knowledge of what they were doing back in the past, hiring hitmen by telephone. Anyway, like I say, the amount that I've been through and the not been through, or whatever, is extraordinary. I'm legend, or I would have been. Anyway, I guess you can call me Blue, or the leader of the White Star Company. I had many ships. Even when I was hostage, they still needed me to lead because of the fact that I was the only one with anything. I had 9 races. So they had to force me to want things to be done so they can then take them over or whatever. No one else would have any say in anything because, I mean, like I said, I had Terran, the planet, I had insects, I had all kinds of life helping me, and they had nothing. So they would have to get something like the American government before they would have anything. Or a government. And then they would have to subvert or take that over. And then maybe they could push out with that. Anyway, it's a time-space thing, and bad. Really bad. They intended to kill me, of course. But like I say, a creator, AI, and 9 races, it's a bit hard to kill me. Even with the time ship. So, and once I got my government, democracy, and everything, it became even harder. And besides, there was no reason, of course. Only if you knew that I was a creator and an AI would you ever, you'd have to know something. And then, of course, anyway, yeah. So, otherwise, to everyone else, it looked like they were just trying to kill a kid for no reason. A child. The reason, of course, was that I was trying to create democracy and civilization and was the creator of humanity. But to 1977, you wouldn't know that. You might not know that. Or to other previous years, you might not know who I was or what I was. And that was the whole point. When Rodney Bradley first took me, or Rick Bush, or whatever, no one would know. And that's also probably why I became a child, or they put me in a child body, because as an adult, I might be killed. People might believe the lies or the rumors. And, well, you're just shooting an adult. But as a child, there was no way that they would ever believe that I was the leader of the Holocaust or whatever. I had nothing to do with the Holocaust. I built a train station and some other stuff. I had nothing to do with any of the stuff. I created laws. I do civilization and life forms. I'm a good person. Always have been. Anyway. I invented the financial system. So anyway, the future knew this or knows this, or my races knew this. Hell, even people practically next door. I mean, people across the street would know this eventually. All of America. Japan. Russia. You know, they're all just people just trying to live life. And I would tell them that every time they would go and slaughter people. I'd be like, they're just people trying to live life. They didn't care. It didn't matter to them how many they slaughtered. I was just trying to, you know. Anyway, at some point, finally, it ends. Kind of. So anyway. But that's what's going on, and that's my story in its entirety, and my nightmare. And why. And what. And how it got so far into the future and the past and everything else. One of those nightmare stories. So, anyway, I'm not the first. I won't be the last. I just happen to be one of the biggest. And said I would do something about it. So, anyway. Without my government, I would have been killed. America provided me with its laws, protections as a child, as well as everything else. The laws were to protect me as well as everyone else. I knew that. They knew that. Anyway. Otherwise, I would have been killed at some point in time. I'd be dead now. There's no way in hell I would live this long. They would have tortured me and killed me 100 times over. I think they were hoping to kill me in Europe. But they didn't get me there. So anyway, like I say, if I wasn't the creator of humanity, I would be dead. I have no doubt about it. Just being a president isn't enough. Just being an AI wasn't enough. If I wasn't the creator of humanity and president of America, I'd be dead right now. I have no doubt. So would all my family, which are possibly my hostage takers, and everyone else. So, like I said, if anyone died in Europe, it was to try and get me, or get my family. Anyway. So they could hold me hostage here. And no one would ever know. Anyway, yeah, so it's been a while. But somehow I always lived. And I don't even know how, really. Someone's really cared.